Hi, welcome back to the Spirit's Path. This is Dee. Today's tarot card of the day out of the Wildwood Tarot deck is King of Arrows and Kingfisher, and that's two kings out here with 4 life lessons cards. So, you know, when I looked at the spread and I'm thinking about this, I'm like, okay, so here you've got some very authoritative figures watching over your spiritual path, and you know you've had some life lessons that you need to learn. Yesterday we were talking about the mirror. All right, and looking at those inner reflections. And now you have the King of Arrows showed up. And what does that mean? Okay, now the King of Arrows is symbolic of ancient wisdom and lore. And maybe when you were looking in that mirror and looking at that orb of of your inner insights, the shadows, maybe your ancestors reached out to you. Maybe some sort of ancient wisdom came to your knowledge when you were looking in the mirror and saying to yourself, this is how you're supposed to be. This is how you're supposed to move forward. And it's giving you that insight of what your ancestors and spirit guides have been trying to, have you move forward with. All right, now, where the King of Bows is all about creativity and action-orientated figure, that fire energy, the King of Arrows is an air sign. Okay, so logic and reasoning. But what I like about this card is its duality. Okay, the Kingfisher is at home in both the air and the water, and it can fly across that water and it can dive deep, to catch what it needs to keep. And as I've talked about, kings like to rule the kingdom, and they're great advisors. So here you've got two advisors, plus the seer, the shaman, and the serpentine figure guiding you on your way. All right. Now, the Kingfisher likes to exercise his judgment or power impartially, to help those see clearly what is no longer serving you. Where the King of Bows is symbolic of magical power and healing. As I said, the Kingfisher is all about ancient wisdom and lore. So, the seer, you've opened yourself up to the universe with the pole star, right? The universe is guiding you to something better, something more sustainable, something that you can manifest. Okay, the seer came along to talk to you in riddles. All right, to have you look at life from a different perspective. All right, to help nurture you along the way. The shaman is there to manifest. All right, and walk with you in the past. Now, the seer is looking down, the shaman is looking at you. Okay, whereas the universe, you're looking up. Now, the King of Bows, that magical power and healing that he's got, okay, is helping you manifest and listen to those riddles. The king is helping you decipher and discern the riddles that the seer is giving you, and helping you to show you the direction on where you need to manifest, whatever it is you're trying to manifest. And then you had the Nine of Vessels generosity. His eyes are closed, and in the mirror, which, her eyes are closed, and she's looking to the future. That's how I look at this. And then the Kingfisher's coming along, and he's flying into the future. So when you're looking into the future and you're trying to manifest things that's going on, the King of Arrows comes at a time to help exercise that judgment, okay, or power, or that impartiality, to help you understand what's possibly holding you back from moving forward. The Kingfisher's not going to, he understands what's happened in the past, okay, but he's a forward-looking person. The King of Bows is forward-looking in the aspect, the adder, that serpentine energy, okay, it's looking at that creative energy. With the court cards, we talked about the King of Bows here the other day. The King of Arrows here, this king is going to be very articulate. He's going to be just. He's not going to have decisions of one way or the other. All right, he's going to be very moral about his decisions, all right, on what's right and what's wrong. And he's going to have that discernment, that heart of the matter, all right? And he's going to get straight to the point. That's what this air logic reasoning does, okay? This king is going to, dive right to the point of what's happening. If this is an aspect of those characteristics, this person's going to be calm. They're going to have a lot of clarity, and they're going to provide good counsel, whether that's, you're taking on that aspect, or whether it's a boss, significant other, person in your life, parental figure, however you want to look at it, all right? Somebody that's going to give you that good counsel, which a king always should give good counsel. You're going to make your own decisions, all right? They're going to tell you like it is. And if this is an event, it's going to be an event where there's going to be precise information given out, maybe a job fair, all right? And there's going to have to be some discipline involved, all right? Like maybe a workout coach or somebody like that, to go over, the aspects of what it's going to take for you to reach that goal. That's how that King of Arrows comes across, that Kingfisher. All right. Now, the Kingfisher asks a couple questions, as all the court cards do. And he's asking, what must you focus on clearly? When you were looking in that mirror yesterday, and you were doing those inner reflections, and you looked into the orb and you seen those, those hidden shadows, where was your focus? Was your focus on what was in the orb? Or was the focus on what you're seeing in the mirror? Where do you need to focus on clearly when you're looking at those inner reflections? What is it that brings that into focus? And maybe that was with that wisdom and lore that popped through yesterday. All right. What must you focus on clearly to stay in that generous spirit? Because, just 10 days ago, you were being fulfilled. And that fulfillment's part of your generous spirit, right? Where do you need to take charge? If you need to focus on something clearly to move forward, to manifest those dreams that's going on in your life, where do you need to take charge to make that happen? Where is the action step in your thought process? What must you focus on clearly if you're trying to manifest stuff? All right. And this Kingfisher is kind of asking you, okay, you want to manifest these 5 things. Let's say you looked in the mirror and maybe you dwindled that down to 3. What do you have to focus on now? Just on one thing, right? Again, the signs and the riddles that are out there. The number 12 with the mirror, the 1 and the 2 with the shaman and the seer. Right? Those are all signs. The 9s that were out there. Okay. The 2 kings that are out there. Actually, you can make this 3 kings because King of Arrows, Kingfisher. The duality of wearing 2 different crowns. Right? The duality of having that authoritative logic reasoning as well as that authoritative, I'm going to get to the heart of the matter. What most you focus on clearly if you're opening yourself up to the universe? What is the universe saying to you with the seer speaking in riddles? All right. That's where the Kingfisher comes through. It helps you funnel, okay, those emotions. It helps you funnel those goals. It helps you funnel your thought reasoning into a more strategic plan. Now, the other thing that this Kingfisher asks is, who can you give wise word or counsel to? Now, it's one way to take in all this knowledge and lore and wisdom and do better for yourself. Okay? On a universal aspect, with that pole star, all right, even though the universe is talking to you, you need to share that. The information and the knowledge and the lore that you're getting with this card needs to be shared with somebody that's in your life. All right, don't have a silo effect and hold all that knowledge to yourself. Share it with others. Share your journey with others on what's going on. You know, who can give you wise word or counsel with this seer? Maybe somebody can help you understand, you know, those riddles, those dreams, those visions that the mirror was, you know, bringing forth. Who's the shaman in your life that can give you that wise word or counsel to help you manifest things? You know, do you need to talk to a financial planner? Do you need to talk to somebody that's, you know, been down this road of, you know, let's take, you know, for an example, hiking the Appalachian Trail. You know, who are the experts behind us to give you that information? You know, who can give you that wise counsel to help, to help show you where that enthusiasm's leading you, which is that King of Bows. That's that second question he asked. You know, he wants you to be enthusiastic. He wants you to put that action plan into place. All right? And maybe you want to put that action plan in place, but where's that wise counsel on going down the road you want to go down? If you're generous with your gifts, where's that wise counsel or word to maybe, you know, talk to a group, talk to friends, talk to loved ones about what's going on, sharing that experience, as I said. And who's that wise counsel or word when you said, you know what, I looked in the mirror, I seen something that I need to share. You know, a lot of us don't want to share those things with people. You know, we feel like we're open up to a vulnerability. Okay, but when you can open yourself up to the universe and, you know, put yourself into a trusting atmosphere, then, you know, when you open up to trust, people are going to open up to trust to you. All right, and that's where you can, you know, use that wise word or counsel to help other people grow. So that's today's card of the day, that King of Arrows, the Kingfisher. Hit that like button for me, subscribe to the channel, and share it with others. And this is D for the Spirit's Path, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Take care, God bless, stay safe, everybody.